The selvage edge. Why would you do a selvage edge? What is it? Well, depends on what you're working on. For Jay's scarf, you have a choice of doing a selvage edge or not. Here's the difference. This swatch, I did a smaller number of stitches. That's the only difference here. I did not do a selvage edge. I cast on, gives me the chain. I knit the linen stitch as described on the pattern, and then I cast off. And the result is the nice chain on the bottom, the chain on the front, and the sides. They're nice and neat. They're just bumpy, but they look great. So if that's your option to do for the scarf, you just go ahead, cast on, and knit. But I wanted to have sides that matched. So this has a selvage edge, and if you look at the difference, there is an actual chain down the side, whereas the non-salvaged just is a series of bumps. So I did that so that each side matched the cast on and the cast off. The reason I chose to do that is because I'm actually knitting Jay's scarf out of a fingerling yarn, and I'm experimenting. Everything's all kind of bumpy here. I was experimenting, trying to determine what I wanted to do, and I decided that yes, in fact, I did want a selvage edge. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So on my pattern, if you want to use the selvage edge, it's in the instructions. If you don't, you just do the straight linen stitch. How to do it. For this demonstration, I'm just going to, I think I only cast on about 12 stitches. I'm just going to get rid of this tail, it's a bit too long, but for demo purposes it will suffice. So if you look at the instructions, it includes the selvage edge, which just means that the first and the last stitch there's something different, and then in between is the linen stitch. So the instructions say slip one as if to knit with the yarn in the back. So you pretend you're going to knit, but you don't actually knit it, you just slip it off. And then you follow the linen stitch, which is knit one, slip with the yarn in front, knit one, slip with the yarn in front, knit one, slip with the yarn in front, knit one, slip front, knit one, slip front, and then there's one stitch left and you knit that. It says end knit one, so you just knit that. Okay, so there's your first row, and you have incorporated a selvage. You're not going to see it immediately. So now I'm going to do row 2, which says slip one as if to purl with yarn in front. So my yarn's in front and I slip one like I'm going to purl, but I don't actually purl, and I do like to actually tighten that up a little bit. Okay, now you continue with the linen stitch, which is purl one, slip with the yarn in back, 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 and then we have one stitch left, which you should, and you end with a purl one. So purl one. And doing that will make the chain selvage. We'll just go a little further. So now we're going back to row 1 because it repeats. So row 1 is slip as if to knit with the yarn in the back. Did it? I'm just going to tighten it a bit. Then you do the linen stitch, which is knit and slip with yarn in front, knit, slip front, knit, slip front, knit, slip front, knit, slip front, and then I have one stitch left, and this is the right side or the knit side, so you end with the knit, turn it over, And then you purl. Sorry, I have a bit of a tangle here. All right, so you purl. Well, you slip purl, and then you do the second row, which is purl, slip back, 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 and the last stitch you purl. And that is how you do a selvage. You don't see it right at the moment, but it will create a nice little chain like that up the side. Happy selvaging!